The United States has announced it's going to be using AI to monitor people's social media who enter the country. This includes all immigrants, from tourist visas, students, to people moving there permanently. Can you imagine if an AI looked at all of your social media, they couldn't find anything negative about Donald Trump? This is again why you're not going to America. On April 9th, they announced the new policy shift, which was announced to come in accordance with Donald Trump's measures to fight against anti-Semitism. But his order, just like this one, has been broadened to the scope to include anything that could be construed as something the Trump administration doesn't like. This continues their tactic of using anti-Semitism as an excuse to expand their fascist reach upon the government. In a cruel, twisted nature, they're using Jewish people as their excuse and shields for their turning of America into a fascist dictatorship, which only places American Jews and Jewish people around the world in ever more danger if people start associating Jewish people with the turning to fascism. And it's not just that they're using AI to spy on people trying to enter the country. AI is widely being used to monitor government employees as well. They're effectively understood that they're being constantly monitored all the time by Doge and Elon Musk's boys. This is an incredibly paranoid situation that sounds much more like East Germany than the United States of America. The reality is that Elon Musk is monitoring for any sort of disloyalty, mention of diversity, equity, or inclusion, or any anti-Trump mentions. And just this week, the acting director of ICE, Lyons, said he imagined an Amazon Prime but with human beings. This was done at a conference for deportations. The Border Security Expo created a glamorous trade show of the development of a concentration camp system, and hundreds of companies wanted to cash in, which included some interesting names like Logitech. Were you aware that your mouse company was helping to deport thousands of people every day? I didn't know. And if you're curious, here are some of the other companies in attendance. And these are just the featured exhibitors. There's about 200 more who were there, including such names like Dell Computers and IBM. Acting ICE Director Todd Lyons said he wanted to infuse AI into the process to, quote, free up bed space and, quote, fill up airplanes. He also, even more troublingly, announced that he had been working with Elon Musk going after immigrant voter fraud. If you don't know what this is a right-wing conspiracy about the 2020 election being stolen. This is him using his position as ICE director along with Elon Musk, trying to prove true a completely made-up conspiracy theory so they can manipulate future elections. And that is what you need to understand with elections coming up just next year in the United States. Acting ICE Director Lyons stressed, we need to be better at treating this like a business, like Amazon Prime, but with human beings. Think about that quote. Think about what this means for what they are doing. They want to turn their human deportation system into a profitable business. And of course, this situation involves Peter Thiel and his companies Palantir and Anduril Industries, where he hopes to get some sweet, sweet federal dollars from the creation of a camp system. This organization is being used by tons and tons of governments around the world, most notably by the UK and Keir Starmer. Trump nominated an official from Palantir to be the #2 person in the Defense Department just recently. And Geo Group, the second largest private prison operator and operator of about half of all of the government's facilities for ICE for deportations, was also there, and their stock has shot up in recent days and months because of the opening and expansion of thousands and thousands of bed spaces at deportation facilities. There is big money in private prisons. And of course, many of these people are linked directly to the Heritage Foundation and of course Project 2025. And at this point you might think, I'll be special, I'll be different, I don't say extreme things, I'm not political, I'm not, I'll be fine. But 75% of all the people sent to a gulag in El Salvador were completely innocent. They had no criminal records, they had done nothing wrong, these were just hardworking people that were picked up one day. And that's what we're seeing every single day, as Trump has forced ICE to have quotas of 1,000 to 1,500 people deported every single day. You could help fulfill that quota. You could make someone reach their magic number, and you could just be going on vacation, as we've seen with dozens and dozens of people who spent weeks to a month locked up in ICE facilities just because that ICE border guard wanted to take them in. No reason, no charges, no court, no nothing. Just picked up and placed in prison. And some of you will end up in El Salvador. So don't take the risk, be smart, and don't go to America. There's a whole bunch of other countries in the world not run by a man who's trying to become king. Go there instead. Be safe, be smart. Thank you. Follow and give me some engagements to help with the algorithm. Thank you.